Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Empowering Industry Podcast. I'm your host, Charlie Matthews. Charlie Matthews, who is a little bit jet lagged from my trip to Africa. I did want to jump on here and tell y'all a little bit about it. It was, of course, amazing, not just the beautiful land of Africa, which it definitely is with all of the amazing animals and the flowers and not this dusty Africa that you see on TV. It's really lush in the area that we go to in Uganda. And so it's just beautiful. But the real beautiful thing is the people there, and it's such joy to be able to go over there with the Chance Project. What we do, we go into different schools out in the mountains and in the different towns there. But the children were actually out of school. They had already done their exams, and the teachers were reporting on everything. And so we saw less children, but we did see hundreds of children, and they were the ones that heard that we were coming back and came to school just to see us. So that was really touching. And just being able to spend time with them, kind of singing, dancing, and a message to them. So we always have church at the schools too, which is really great. I love a good worship uh, with them, and there's a pastor there that does a song, and he literally plays a guitar, his leg as a guitar, and it's so wonderful to see. The kids just love it. And so we do that, and then we definitely have some additional meetings at churches and schools after that. But the one thing that I just feel that I've been called to do over there is to talk to these women. They're single women and widows. I know I've talked to you about them before, but they have trained to do hair, and now they're training to do sewing. And so they've made these dresses. They've made me a dress, which is amazing. But being able to speak some life into them and encourage them. And this time over there, I actually took my friend Sarah, who's a photographer, with me, and we did some personal branding type photos. It was really just this amazing time. And Sarah, she's like, "How is this my life? I'm taking pictures in the middle of banana trees." Um, but they have little, right? And they are so joyful, and it was wonderful to see them and to be encouraged by them when we are there to be encouraging them. So I always find that very rewarding. And then, I was there with Sarah, and she actually spoke a lot of confidence into me, and really just helped. I feel like when I've had the same message without that encouragement being poured into me too. So it's a win-win if we can give to others, and then you're receiving this from others too at the same time. It's a magical place. It's a wonderful, wonderful experience. But they do have little, you're still seeing, women carrying the water bottles or buckets on their heads for miles. Women and children are still doing that. But in this school that is kind of in the town, they have brought in and done, the water pump drilling for the water pump, and that's still going well. They're still receiving water from that. So that's rewarding that the school children are not losing time there by getting water. So it is right there on campus of the school. And so that's always rewarding to see from my pump side of the world, seeing them have running water there. But there's so much more to do. And the thing is, when you're over there and for such a short time, I think it's 11 days that we're traveling, but you're only there in a certain place for maybe 4. And um, you're kind of planting seeds, right? And there's growth, and they're inspired, and they then kind of do their own work. And when they come back, you see the work that they've been doing. There's, roofs on buildings that weren't there, or there's, a completely different new building. There was a school that was built from November to April, a completely new school behind the church that we were going to. And it's how fast that can change, and serve new people. This particular church I really loved because they were so joyful. They were, uh, um, influenced by my friend Janet. I don't know if I've talked to y'all about Janet yet, but she is a pastor there, and she worships with her whole body, is what I say. And she loves to dance. That's one of her, um, the worship and the music is one of her ministries, and you can see that influence on the kids. They're just so joyful and full of song and dance. So, I love that. So I just wanted to share a little bit about that with you. I felt that it was very impactful and rewarding for us. We were there having the lesson, talking about the women in the Bible with these women, and also the women in ministry there. It was so touching to see them kind of step even more into that, as letting women know that they can serve. So that was just very rewarding for me to be a part of that, and to have communion with those women in Africa. It was a completely new and touching and beautiful experience. So I just wanted to share it with you. So when I think about all of that, I do want to take a break and kind of ponder some of this, and recover from my travels. But May and kind of that getting out of school and transition for everyone. And so I'm going to take a few weeks off from the podcast, and then we'll be back in action. But the next couple of weeks we have so much, or months, we have so much coming up. So we have a reliable plant in June, and we will have an empowering women's meetup in Chicago that Friday after a reliable plant. So we're all to be in Chicago. We might as well stay another day. And Bossy is going to talk to us about vision and goals. So I'm excited about that. Um, and then we go from there, and Issa is in July this year, so we'll definitely be talking about motors and highlighting that. I'll be coming back to Pasadena, Texas at the end of July. I want to connect there with the economic forum there. They do a women's meetup there, leadership programs there on a monthly basis, and so I think this is a good time for me to come over there and meet with them as we get ready for EPIC, which is the Empowering Pumps and Industry Conference that is going to be at San Jacinto College. There at the Lyondale CPAC facility. And so it's a phenomenal facility, and so much there from energy, but just the actual facility itself has, the glycol unit, the glass room. It has hands-on different, older pieces of equipment you can look at, but also kind of that newer, innovative technologies, different rooms there, that we will be kind of planning out what we're going to be doing for Epic in November. So again, that's November 5th and 6th at Pasadena, Texas. And we will have hands-on, we'll have breakouts. We're talking about doing a pump challenge there and swapping out some real equipment and seeing how we can help improve the facility, and incorporating some of the students into that. So I'm really excited about that piece. And as we work out the details there with the staff, which they do this stuff all the time with their programs, letting the students actually do the work. They have the safety programs and the tech and process, you know, um, I can't think of the word right now, but those sessions, those programs, coming all together and working on that. So I think it's going to be a great addition to what we've done there in the past. But definitely just going to that facility, it excites you, it energizes you. And it is one of those, diamond in the roughs. There are multiple facilities that we've heard of that kind of incorporates that learning and teaching with the students and the industry. And so if you know of a different facility like that, we want to know about that for future Epic places, but we're excited to be back. with our San Jacinto family there, who has been so gracious and just helped us connect with the community. And looking forward to being back there in that energy corridor, but also, bringing other industries together, right? So we can learn from, of course, waters and everything. We always talk about that, but our reach is across. Cuts across industry. And so we definitely want that represented at Epic, no matter where we are. So you'll see that water, food, HVAC, et cetera, that we have touch on. And also, we will be having the Pump Basics course there with the Hydraulic Institute. We're excited about that. Also, SWAPA, the Submersible Wastewater Pump Association. We always work with them from with the women of SWAPA. They are providing technical expertise and their platform. And we will be having just a track for empowering women, a meetup for them while we're there. I don't think I can go anywhere without having my Empowering Women hat on anymore. So you'll just continue to see that incorporated in all of our work. But I'm excited about that. We have Stephanie Hadachek, that is from Texas, who does this one's for the gals. She was, at our first Empowering Women event, graduating and kind of going back into action, if you will. And she has just done some amazing things for the students, younger students in middle school and such, bringing them into conference and showing them what is possible. And so I'm excited to have her working on that for us this year too. Oh, there's so much there that I could talk about. You know, but we are getting ready for this June, July, August, September, October, November season. And so we want to hear from you and where you're going and what you're working on, how you can plug in with, the events that we're doing. We're excited to include you. And, as we move forward, in just connecting, forming, educating the industry. We know we can't do that without you, and so look forward to hearing more from you. And just don't forget how simple it is to kind of nominate a person of the week, where we can highlight somebody that either yourself, somebody that you have met that is doing amazing things in industry. Just It's really wonderful to be able to highlight across industry like that. We learn so much from so many different people that way. And that's what we do at conference too. It's a cut across. And, I think that is the thing, that we step outside of our day to day in our own industry, and we're able to look and figure out how we are going to innovate. And maybe sometimes that's not, looking at the things that we've always done, but talking to other industries, talking to other people, different mindsets, and then seeing what we're going to do next. So looking forward to that. Always a pleasure to get together with everyone at Epic. And so if you can make it to Epic November 5th and 6th, that would be so awesome. And let's see, anything else I need to share with you? Making sure that you go to empoweringpumps.com on a regular basis. There's tons of trainings and just content from our partners there. And so just make sure that you continue to do that. So I'm going to take a short break, and I'll be back to you soon. And it gives you a chance to catch up, as well as me getting a chance to catch up. But looking forward to that, and jumping back on the mic with some amazing people that we meet in industry. So until then, safe travels, and until next time, be empowering.